Hey everybody, guess what? It's Thanksgiving already. It's hard to believe. I'll tell you what, this year is flying by, but there's one thing that's important this time of the year, and I want everybody to remember. We have to understand how important Thanksgiving or gratefulness really is. The joy of gratitude is something that really affects us physically and physiologically, and I go into that in this month's article. So if you guys have already read it, I appreciate that. We've had a lot of positive feedback and compliments on it, but really you need to understand how your attitude affects your emotions and affects you physically and physiologically. There's hormonal changes that occur with your serotonin levels and your dopamine levels. There are autonomic nervous system changes. And for those of you who are not familiar with that term, just substitute automatic nervous system, because those are the things that happen without your conscious input. So things like your heart rate goes up or down. You're going to have digestive changes, blood pressure changes. Gratitude produces these immediate effects through your autonomic nervous system. So one thing that I think is important that came through in this article was the relative perspective. And I talked to you about how I learned that at a very early age, and I've used that my entire life to keep things under control and to have an understanding of the fact that things can always be worse. Everyday gratitude is something that we have to have too, and I talk about that in the article, and the small joys that we really should enjoy every day, but oftentimes they pass us by. Then I go into the scientific background of all this with an article that was published in the Journal of the American Medical Association recently, and used 49,000 participants to prove the point. The core message that I have at the end of the article is very important for you to remember. There's a lot of fluff in our lives, and we get hung up in that fluff, but there are really only two important things, and I want you to see what those are and remember what they are throughout the year to maintain that gratitude and that joy in your life, which creates positive physiological changes. And maintaining that thankfulness mentality, that thankful, joyful mentality throughout the year will invariably improve your overall health and wellness. So make sure you count those blessings every day. Live a joyful life. If you do, a lot of little stuff that happens won't affect your physiology the way it could. And you're going to control that by being thankful and creating joy in your life. So have a wonderful Thanksgiving. We're looking forward to bringing even more great information coming up in our next newsletter. So you take care, enjoy the holiday, and we'll talk to you soon.